Don't be afraid of the Helen Keller. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. The earth must rest when the day is done. The sun must be hers, but moonlight never, and those stars will be shining forever and ever. Be friends with the night. There is nothing to fear. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. By day, it does seems that our troubles don't cease, but at night, late at night, the world is at peace. New words, afraid, the dark, rest, harsh, forever, troubles cease. Reading is fun. What is the poem about? What happened when the day is over? What does the earth do when the day is over? What does the poet want us to do at night? Are these sentences true or false? The poet tells the child to be afraid when it is dark. The poet says that star will always shine at night. The poet tell the child to think of friends after it is dark. Moon, word building, moonlight, good night, waterfall, breakfast, daybreak, rainbow. Find a bird in the poem which is the opposite of war, light, enemies, night, gentle, start. Look at these words in the poem. Don't, want. Here are their full forms. Don't, do not, want, will not. Now write the full form of the following words: didn't, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, mustn't. Let's talk. Are they afraid of the dark? Why? What do you do when it is dark? Have you ever been very frightened? Tell your partner about it. Say aloud. What is the bird that start with T, rhymes with C, and means to playfully make fun of? What is the bird that start with C, rhymes with fear, near and fear, and means easy to see, hear, and understand? Say T T T. Where did the tip of the tongue touch? Listen and repeat cat. Did you hear what your tongue did? Say these words and feel what your tongue does when you say toe, top, tie, tan, work in pair, make the cuff sound. I came down, I cuff, K K K K, and cuff again, K K K K. Did you hear the K sound at the end of the word book? Repeat book, look, neck, duck, chick, sack, clock. All these words start with the same sound: kangaroo, key, curtain, kind, king, kitten, team, time. Divide the class into four groups. Imagine life without the sun. What are the things that may fall happen if there is no sunlight? Discuss the group and write your ideas in your notebook. Let's write the red teacups are filled with a particular word in the yellow teacups with similar sounding words. Note the example given: two, two, one, one, dear, dear, sun, sun. Now complete the following sentence choosing the right word. The sum was too difficult for the class to solve. Only two students could do it. There was only one boy who won the prize. The golden deer was very dear to him. Ramu's son loved to play in the sun. Let's listen. Relax your feet, legs, and entire body. Be as quiet as you can. Listen to the sound around you. Tell your partner softly, but you heard, and ask, but did you hear? Let your partner talk about or copy those sound. Read out of the following paras aloud, divided them into loud and softer sound. Clapping hands, a worms moving, stepping feet, a bird blooming, a butterfly flying, a feather dropping, an ant walking, a car moving, the window blowing, shh, whisper, tiptoe, a leaf falling, loud sound, softer sound, don't give up. If you keep on going and never stop, you can stop on going. You can make it to the top. Life is full of mountains. Some are big and some are small. But if you don't give up, you can overcome them all. So keep on going. Try not to stop. When you keep on going, you can make it to the top. Helen Keller. It was the summer of 80s. A healthy baby was born in a small town in Alabama. Her parents loved her dearly and named her Helen Keller. But one day, the baby became ill, and day after day, her fever stayed high. Everyone is the in the family tried to help her to get better, but all they could say was, there is nothing more we can do. The baby may not live. Helen lived, but she was not the same after her illness. Something is very wrong, her mother said. At last they found out what was wrong. The child could not see or hear. The baby grew into the little girl. Her parents felt sorry for her. Helen often cried and had held on to her mother. Give the poor child, but she want her father would say, though Helen could not hear or see. She was a bright little girl. Some people thought Helen could not learn anything. Her mother did not agree. Helen is very smart, he said, and added, the problem is, how can we reach her? She is locked up inside herself. Helen began to grow wild. She would not let anyone comb her hair. Her clothes were always dirty. She was often angry. Sometimes she even lay on the floor and kicked her feet. Her parents thought that they should find a teacher her for her. Miss Sullivan, a young teacher, agreed to help Helen to learn to see the world. Miss Sullivan gave Helen a doll. Doll spells doll. She spelled the word with her fingers into Helen's hands. She made the letters with spell hand signs. Helen copied her teacher and spelled doll too, but she did not understand. But she was doing. Helen killed Miss Sullivan. She was strict but kind. She spelled a lot of words for Helen on her hand day and night to make Helen understand. One day her teacher made Helen put her hand into running water. Then she spelled water. Suddenly Helen understood that water meant something wet running over her hand. She understood that words were the most important things in the world. Words would tell her everything she wanted to know. New words dearly. Illness agreed. Important. Reading is fun. Something is wrong. Sad. Helen. Mothers. What was the wrong with Helen? Although Helen could not hear or see, what kind of girl she was she who agreed to help Helen? How did Miss Sullivan help Helen? What did Helen learn when the teacher put her hand into running water? What was the most important thing that Helen finally understood? Let's talk using sign language. Make these letters with your hand. CHEK, check. Spell these words through hand sign. Helen was. How do people who cannot see read? What is the script for children who cannot see called? How do you think you can help children who cannot see? Look at the sign for the letter of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Let's write match the two parts of sentence given under column A and B. Add but to join the two parts and write complete sentence. Column A, column B. Helen lived after her illness. Her mother thought she could learn. She could not see or hear. She did not understand what she was doing. People thought that she could not learn anything. She could not hear or see. Helen copied the word. She was kind to Helen. Miss Sullivan was strictly. She was very intelligent. Team time. Read the following sentence. Her clothes were always dirty. She was often angry. Sometimes they lay on the floor. Her parents never scolded her. Ask yourself the following question. Put a tick under the right column. Now your friend will ask you the same question. Question always, often, sometimes, never. Often do you obey your parents, visit your grandparents, fight with your brother or sister, help others, throw waste in the dustbin, switch off the lights when you go out of the room, leave the tap on while brushing, your teeth, tear pages from your notebook. Let's make something from newspaper or old magazine. Collect story, report of courageous children. Draw picture of the story. Talk about the story. Pretty Peep. I have a little sister. They call her Pretty Peep. She wades in the water. Deep, deep, deep. She climbs up the mountain. High, high, high. She, my pretty little sister, she has just one eye. Who is Pretty Peep? A star